In Creo Parametric, you can create piping designs such as pipelines that include bends, and then you can capture that bend information on your drawings in a smart table. But there is an important step that you have to do in piping mode first before you can create that smart table. Here I am in assembly mode. I've got this pipeline that I've created. Let's jump over to the piping application. I will go to Applications and then Piping. And now I've got to go to piping info. And in piping info, there's a drop down list where you can get a whole lot of different information. I want to create a bend location table, so I will choose that from the drop down list. Then we need to pick a segment, and it can be any segment from the pipeline. It doesn't matter which one. Now we have to pick a reference coordinate system for the location of the bends. I will select my default coordinate system right out of the model tree. Now, here is the really important step. There is this box here that you have to check, designate for report setup. If you don't go to this bend location information report and then check this box and then save the analysis, you will not be able to create the smart table on the drawing. So anyhow, for the name of this, I will call it bend location for lack of originality. I will hit the little disk icon to save the analysis. Now I will click the close button. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to hop over to a drawing that I have started in another window. It just contains one view of that pipeline assembly, but I want to create my smart table now. So I will click on the Table tab, and my table is going to have 6 columns. Let me go to the Table drop-down, and I will go out to 6 columns, and I'm going to put 2 rows in there, a header row and then a row for my repeat region, which will automatically extract information about the bend locations. So let's choose 6 by 2, and then I will drop the table right about here. Let me zoom in, and the columns are about the right width. Let me start filling in some information. So in this first cell, I'm going to put in bend location. All right, looks like that one, or excuse me, not bend location. Let me select this and let me change this text. Let me hit the backspace. This is going to be bend number. Number. And let me select outside just so I can center justify. Let me make the text a little bit smaller. For some reason, I always like to have my cells having the header row with smaller text. So anyhow, bend number is good. And then in this cell, let me put in the letter X for the X location. Let me center justify, change the size. Now let's put in Y, capital Y, click outside so I can adjust the formatting. And you can probably guess that this next column is going to be for Z. And oops, let me select Z and hit the Enter key. Oh, don't want multiple lines. Okay, let's go to click outside with it still selected, adjust the formatting. All right, 2 more column headers to fill in. And in here, we will put the bend angle. And again, just the formatting. And the last one's going to be the bend radius. All right, lots of columns. Okay, now that we have that work done, it is time to define our repeat region. I will go to repeat region, and we're going to add a repeat region. It's going to be a simple repeat region. I will define this as the first corner and then this as the second corner. Let's choose done. Now I can double click in the cells in order to enter the information that it needs to extract. I will double click in the cell, and you'll see that all of the cells are going to contain roughly the same information. And so this one is going to be the assembly member pipe segment coordinate system bend And then it's going to have the location number. You can see that there's a whole bunch of different parameters in here. I'll do another video with a bend machine table where we will use a bunch of these different parameters. But let's choose location number as the first one to go in there. Now for the second cell, I will double click. And again, I'll be a bunch of the same information. Assembly, member, pipe, segment, coordinate system, bend, and instead of location number like we used last time, this will be the X location. Let me go to the next cell and assembly, member, pipe, segment, coordinate system, bend, and this is location Y. I think that's where we are. Let me go to the Z cell, assembly, member, pipe, segment, coordinate system, bend, and this is location Z. You can see that all the cells are really overlapping at this point. Let me double click in this cell. Same as before, assembly, member, pipe, segment, coordinate system, bend, and this will be the, let me move over so that I can get that tooltip out of the way. Location, angle, and the last one will be essentially all the same information, pipe, segment, coordinate system, bend, but this is going to be the location radius. All right, that's a lot of information. Okay, so now let's choose update tables, and hey, we're not seeing anything in here because now there's another step. We need to change the attributes of this repeat region. So let's choose repeat region and then attributes, and then select the repeat region. And we want this to be no duplicates or no duplicates, no duplicates, no duplicates, and recursive, and then done return. And so, hey, now I have my table with all my different bends in there, so you can see the different numbers that we have. And so we have our starting location, the end location, and then the 7 bends in between there. And so that was a lot of work to create this table. I want to save myself time and effort in the future. So I will select the table and then save the table to a .tbl file. And let me choose, I'm going to save it. Let's save it into my tables MCAE folder where I save my personal tables. And this will be my piping bend locations. And it'll be saved as this .tbl file. And now I can use this table on any other piping drawings that I create.